Do you love rugby? Come join my Scrum Masters Elite _UK. Explore strategies and share top-level tactical analysis. Subscribe to stay updated with new videos.
I believe that in the modern world of sports, not every international match carries the same emotional value. Some are simply about winning or losing, points or rankings. But there are also encounters that hold cultural, historical, and emotional depth, where every play is not just a technical skill, but an expression of identity, tradition, and the relationship between nations. Personally, I feel very strongly that the match between the Māori All Blacks and Japan 15 on June 27, 2026, in Nagoya belongs to the latter category. First of all, from a sporting event perspective, the return of the Māori All Blacks to Japan in 2026 is not just an ordinary annual tour. It will be the fourth meeting between the two teams in just 3 years and the seventh since 1981. To me, these numbers speak volumes. In elite sports, the repetition of a fixture is never coincidental. It only happens when both sides see real value in each other, value in skill, in audience appeal, and in long-term significance. I personally appreciate how both New Zealand Rugby and the Japan Rugby Union have built this relationship, not through grand statements, but through concrete actions, regularly bringing the Māori All Blacks, a unique cultural and spiritual symbol of New Zealand rugby, to Japan. This shows that Japan is no longer seen as just an emerging market, but has become a true partner with a significant position and voice in the world of rugby. Looking back at the history of their encounters, I see the dominance of the Māori All Blacks with 6 wins in 7 matches against Japan 15 as a clear reflection of the traditional rugby strength of New Zealand. However, I do not believe that this makes the matches one-sided or less exciting. On the contrary, it is Japan XV's only victory, the 26-14 win in Toyota City in 2024, that marks a turning point. It was like a strong affirmation that Japanese rugby has moved beyond the learning phase to the peer-to-peer stage. I clearly remember the emotions of many Asian fans after that victory. It was not just the joy of one team, but the collective pride of a rugby nation that was once considered marginal compared to the Southern Hemisphere powerhouses. That victory added depth and drama to the 2026 encounter, because it meant the Māori All Blacks could no longer enter the match with a mindset of absolute favourites, while Japan 15 would have the confidence to believe they could replicate that historic win. To me, the most special aspect of this matchup lies in the cultural factor. The Māori All Blacks not only represent the strength of New Zealand rugby, but they are also an emblem of Māori culture, a culture that values community, honour, respect, and the warrior spirit. These values, in my personal view, share an uncanny similarity with the traditional spirit of Japan: discipline, self-respect, reverence for opponents, and the Bushido Code. Because of this, every time the Māori All Blacks play in Japan, it is not just a rugby match, it is like a cultural meeting. I believe that Japanese fans don't just come to the stadium to watch exciting tackles or tries, they come to experience the spirit, the rituals, and the identity that the Māori All Blacks bring with them. Conversely, the Māori players find a special empathy in Japan, a place where tradition is still cherished in the modern society. Ben Fisher, the campaign director of New Zealand Rugby for the Māori All Blacks, in my opinion, perfectly captured this spirit. When he emphasized shared values, mutual respect, and the commitment to developing the sport, I didn't see it as mere diplomatic talk. The intense, competitive matches of the past 2 years have proven that this relationship is built on real competition, not just formal goodwill. I also particularly pay attention to the role of this match in Japan's 2026 international program. I believe Japan XV's choice to face the Māori All Blacks to kick off their international season holds significant meaning. It shows that the Japan Rugby Union wants to set a high standard right from the beginning, forcing their players to face the toughest challenges. This approach is very much in line with the Japanese mindset, confronting difficulties to grow, rather than choosing safe opponents. From a player development standpoint, I believe the greatest value of this match lies in the international exposure it provides to young talents. Japan 15 is not just a reserve team, but a place for experimentation, honing skills, and assessing depth. Facing the Māori All Blacks, a team known for its physicality, speed, and tactical thinking, will be a rigorous, but necessary test for any young player aspiring to reach the international level. In terms of location, the Paloma Mizuho Stadium in Nagoya also carries symbolic meaning. This is where many important international rugby matches have been held, and continuing to choose this venue shows a desire to uphold tradition while asserting Nagoya's position as a major rugby hub in Japan. Personally, I believe the atmosphere there will play a significant role in the quality and emotion of the match. Overall, I don't see the 2026 Japan 15 Māori All Blacks match as just another fixture on the calendar. I consider it another milestone in the maturation of Japanese rugby and a testament to how New Zealand rugby shares, connects, and spreads its values globally. This match encapsulates everything: history, competition, culture, and the future. What excites me about this match is not just the outcome. I'm looking forward to how both teams will respect each other on the field and how rugby, with all its beauty and depth, will continue to connect two nations that seem very different, but meet at their core values. For me, that is the greatest victory that the 2026 match promises to deliver.
Thank you for watching my Scrum Masters Elite_UK. Let's explore more rugby tactics together in the upcoming videos. Hit subscribe to stay updated with the latest videos.